Welcome, everyone. We are the Uneducated Gamers Podcast. And guess what? For the first time, you can see us. Only if you go to our YouTube channel, anyways.
Wow. Boy, you're in for a treat.
Oh, boy. So, Joe, it's been a while since we have gotten together to talk about topics. And, you know, our actual last episode that was released was May 2nd. So we have a lot to catch up on. So we thought it'd be a good idea to kind of go through sort of the most recent news over the last several weeks and kind of poke at some of this because there's some juicy topics going on in here.
Yeah, we've got some cherry-picked topics and that have piqued Chris's interest.
And of course, we will always give you our most uneducated thoughts on those.
Guaranteed.
So, Joe, I haven't asked you yet today. How are you, buddy?
Okay. It's okay. How are you?
I'm okay. And I'm curious, for anyone that has gone now to our YouTube channel, if you've gone there, it'll be in the description of this podcast. Let us know in the comments if you thought the voice meets the face. Let us know what you think about that.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of look stupid, I think. So I kind of think I think it fits. I think it fits pretty well, actually.
Oh man! So one of our last episodes that we had was, I think it was our second to last episode. We talked about some game delays, right? Mm-hmm. So we talked about
It's been a long time. I don't even remember.
Zelda. It was Zelda. Breath of the Wild 2, right?
Oh, yeah, that's right. That game got delayed, and so did Metroid.
Yeah, and so now we have also got hit with another delay, but it's not a brand new IP or not a brand new game for that matter. It's just a re-release.
A remaster.
Or okay, sure. Okay.
It's a remaster.
It's one of the three re's that we talked about in our last episode.
Yeah.
And it's The Witcher 3, and which is the next gen release, has been delayed. Now they have come out to say that because it was supposed to come out in Q2, and so now it's just getting delayed either Q3 to Q4. Which is not a huge delay.
That's not that in the grand scheme of adult life. That's basically next week.
Right.
Yeah.
But a lot of the reasons that they talked about this, and I'm curious on your thoughts, is they're taking the dev in house, and I'm curious. First off,
the dev in house.
Yeah. So I didn't realize that they had anybody externally working on this first and foremost. So, and I didn't get a chance to look this up, but that's interesting that they had somebody else do it, and then all of a sudden they're taking it in-house.
Well, I mean, I think that's kind of probably more common than we think in the video game industry. You know, I mean, for instance, like I just said, Nintendo did that with Metroid.
Yeah.
Demon Souls, the remake for that was completely, outside as well. Did a great job.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's so unheard of, I mean, but the reason, I guess the main question here is like, why did they decide to bring it back in the first place?
As far as I could find, they didn't provide a reason.
Okay. So that means they weren't doing a great job.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Basically, it's a really polite way to being like, we're not happy with what's coming out of this, so fuck it, we'll do it ourselves.
we're not going to tell you why we're bringing it in house, but we're bringing it in house probably because they
listen.
suck.
If anybody could fuck up a game, it's CD Projekt Red, so just give them time.
Right. Something we haven't done on this show yet, and now that we are going to have this video and we're going to be drinking. I think it'd be kind of cool to announce kind of what we're drinking today. What's on your what's on your plate of or what's in your glass today?
I'm drinking a Tsunami Stout in my candy skull, my skull candy my what is that holiday called?
Like you're talking about
Sugar Skull.
Yeah. You're talking about
Day of the Dead.
Day of the Dead. Thank you.
Yeah, that's
like
it.
At the tip
Sorry.
of my tongue. I almost said Diablo, and I'm like,
yeah, I'm like a little half in the bag already. But like, so you know, if I yawn, it's because I'm drunk. But yeah.
Our pre-meeting went a little long.
Yeah, it did. It was like, hey, let's go over like all these things. And we just started talking. I was like, can we just stop so we have something for the podcast? But yeah, Tsunami Stout from Pelican Brewing Company out in the Great Northwest. And I don't branch out very much. So there's a lot of Pelican beer in the future. What about you?
So I am drinking probably my favorite sipping beer, and that's Duvel. So I have the nice Duvel glass here. I've got some of the.
Is that Satan on it?
It's like a little.
Is that Cuphead?
No, it's not Cuphead. It's just.
Oh, okay.
It was just like one of their. They had a special artist that came in, and they do this every once in a while with their glasses, where they have an artist come and do stuff. So. But yeah, it's kind of like my sipping beer. Once I'm done with this, once we get like maybe through a few topics, I'll be moving on to Victory Brewing Golden Monkey. So.
Oh, well, after I'm done with this, guess what I'm moving on to?
Water.
40 ounces of water.
Oh, all right.
Edward 40 hands with my water bottle.
There you go. All right, so moving on, Cyberpunk 2077, which honestly I think they are starting to really, this game is starting to be much better than it was on release.
Well, so this is the only way up. I mean, everything's better from an alpha release.
Fair enough. But yet another delay to talk about, and their DLC has been moved to 2023, which honestly, I think that's fine. I don't actually care.
Who gives a shit?
I know you don't give a shit, but
no, who's still playing this game? Oh, have you never finished it? Or do you just periodically just come back because you're just you feel jilted?
So I've completed the main quest. I mean the main story. The meat of the game, in my opinion, is the side jobs and the errands and the gigs that you do.
For me, that's the entire game, and I never do the main story in any of those types of games.
And that's fair, but I think there are pieces of the main story you need to complete in order to get some of the other stuff. So it's kind of like 6 in one hand, half dozen in the other. But I was kind of like digging through some of the stats of this game as far as sales, because I was curious. It's like, man, are they still selling this game? Because like it went on discount for a while, right? And
because that's the only way they can make some money.
But now it's pretty much back to normal price, which I was kind of surprised about. I was like, oh, wait a minute, it's still regular price. I wonder why.
Because it's an actual game now, probably.
Sure. I mean, it is. It's definitely much better. I still don't recommend anybody buying it yet. But for existing owners, it's been a great reimagining of the game.
Sure, it's like peeling an onion. It just keeps on getting more and more potent,
more and more ripe.
Yeah.
So.
Congratulations on your investment for 2077. I'm glad you're seeing dividends on it.
It's getting paid in spades.
Yeah, I know. This is going to be a complete game.
I mean, it has fueled quite a few episodes of this podcast, right?
I know. So, I'm sure every single when you brought it up in the notes meeting, I was just like, seriously.
But here's another fun fact for you to poke at. the game itself has had a total of 18 million copies sold, which honestly, that's pretty good.
Is it worldwide? Is that good?
Good-ish, right? Like,
yeah,
okay,
I guess it's.
Okay.
I mean, it's
compared to The Witcher 3, that has sold 35 million.
Okay.
And has been out and re-released and reimagined and whatever you want to talk about it in multiple systems. 35 million to 18 million on Cyberpunk is not obviously is bad in the realm of, I know they expected 75 million for this game.
Yeah.
So in that terms, yes, it's bad. However, given what happened, it's not actually all that horrible, except there's a zinger in there.
Yeah.
The last 18 months, it's only sold 4 million.
Right. It's because they used up all their goodwill that they gained from The Witcher. They essentially just blew their fucking load, you know, and everybody was just like, wow, not trusting you anymore. Shame, shame, shame. Fix this game.
Yeah, so they went from 14 million on the launch to 4 million in the last 18, and that's pretty bad.
I mean, yeah. So
here's a question.
Man, how much of a loss have they taken from this thing?
Oh, I'm sure just in marketing alone they took a
fucking bath.
They took a beating. But here's a question for you. And let's do some predictions here. Higher or lower to the current number of Witcher 3, which is 35 million, not what it'll end up when, but the current number of Witcher 3. Higher or lower will Cyberpunk end up in the next 3 years?
You said that just like Yoda would. Lower. Definitely lower.
I'm going to go higher.
I'm going to say lower for sure, because it's not garnering the same respect that Witcher got, you know, after a couple of years. Because as I always, you know, call back to, Witcher 3 was a shit show when it came out as well. They just didn't have the goodwill before that like they did, you know, after Witcher 3 was finally like working well, and then they advertised it and word of mouth came around, you know, and everybody was like, yeah, sure, I'll pick it up, you know.
Right.
That's what we did. I mean, we own like almost 3 copies of it, because for Holly's got one, I've got one, and we got one on the Switch, which mistake, don't buy it for the Switch. Mistake. No, don't. It's just if you want to walk around in like 15 FPS at all times, it's just like, you know. But no, I don't think so. I mean, unless they were to bust out like a totally different marketing campaign or treat their DLC as less of a DLC and more of an expansion, you know, where it's like something like, this is meaty, this is, you know, kind of like how Witcher did with like Blood and Wine and stuff like that. Maybe. But I do truly think that they've used up too much of their goodwill with it. And I think it's not a poisoned IP, but it's never going to be Witcher.
I would say I would agree it's not going to be Witcher, but what I think it's going to be is what everybody wanted it to be, and which will then entice people to buy it once all of the DLC comes out for it. And that's what I think is going to happen. I think they're going to release their 2 free DLCs that have been quote unquote promised. And I think that's when people are going to then come, you know, into the game.
Maybe.
And I think that will be a campaign that goes out, a whole new marketing campaign, kind of like what No Man's Sky would be like, here is the Johnny Does the World edition of Cyberpunk. I don't know.
Johnny Does the World.
Johnny
Fucks Your Mom edition of Cyberpunk 2077.
I mean, I couldn't come up with anything in the moment there.
Don't worry, dude.
Kind of failed that.
I got you. I can make it dirty.
I think that campaign, and that's why I also think that they've moved it to 2023 because that's a reset on their marketing budget as well.
Yeah, it's important because he's gonna have to go right through that.
So I think that's when, you get that push, and I think they'll at the very minimum in the first year of that release will get 10 million copies again.
I mean, we'll see. I mean, I have not purchased it because my computer is on the waning spectrum of I don't want to fucking deal with it, type of thing. One of these days I will upgrade my computer. But until then, it's not even on my radar. It's like, it's still, the game is still kind of a shit show. And I don't want to, every single thing that I hear about it is always just like some offshoot Reddit thread where they're just like, I have 290 mods installed. And now Cyberpunk plays the way I want it to. And they're going through all this list and shit. And I'm just like, shouldn't that just be how the base game works in general? But
the modding community of any game is a very, regardless of the game, is a core part of the modding community and doing stuff to games that they buy, right? Like that's it's regardless, regardless of the game, whether it's a broken Cyberpunk or if it's Resident Evil, whatever to make it have all naked girls, whatever. Like that's what they do.
Oh, I was just thinking about turning Mr. X into Thomas the Tank, but
no. But again, it's part of the modding community, right? The thing is,
and I understand that
companies have to put out games that will. Now, this wasn't true for Cyberpunk, but I'm going to say it this way.
Okay.
From a QC perspective of releasing games, companies need to produce things that become more optimized and can be optimally played, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's where we see a lot of these downgrades in graphics from, like, say, E3 previews to, actual release.
Oh, like Watch Dogs.
Yeah.
What's that one you really liked? The trailer with like the snow. It's just like inner city warfare.
Division.
That's the one that always comes to mind when it's just like, wow, this doesn't look like what we were told it was going to look like.
Yeah, but I mean that happens, and that's a reality of releasing video games, much like the modding community is a reality. In fact, I bought Cyberpunk 2077 on the computer on purpose because I wanted to have the opportunity to experience what the modding community is doing to the game, and some of it's kind of cool.
That's cool. But I mean, from what you're talking about right now, you're talking about like graphics, or like I would like a lightsaber, stuff like that. I'm talking like base gameplay.
Understood.
Like RPG gameplay where it's just like, oh, if you're cybernetically enhanced, you're going to have a weakness to EMPs or electric shocks and stuff like that, where it's just like, wait, and I was reading all this stuff and I'm just like, that wasn't in the game? That's not something that is baseline,
And I don't disagree with you. It was more of, I didn't want to continue down the line that modding is uncommon and where like Cyberpunk is an oddity of modding, which I don't want to go down that rabbit hole of that. It's Cyberpunk or whatever game it's going to be is going to be modded at some point.
Oh, it's a holy hell. And somebody out there loves that shit. I mean, look at any of the Minecraft mods out there. Like, there are people out there that want to blow up their fucking computer with just like 20K resolution blocks in Minecraft. The most high res water textures you could ever find, and it's just like, there's certainly a thing. If you enjoy it, have a great time. It's not for me.
Right. All right. Well, moving on. I didn't want to belabor on Cyberpunk.
Yeah. We don't need to talk about that shit for so long. This is bullshit.
But let's talk about some real bullshit. It's actually kind of disappointing. Now, I played this game ever since it came out, or these games, I should say. This IP, and that's Oddworld. So Oddworld Sandstorm came out. It was an exclusive title, launch title for the PS5. And at that same time, they were having development difficulties, and sort of the game got delayed a little bit. But at the time that they were getting ready to release this game, they committed to the PSN to have it as a free download for the launch of PS5.
Right.
Well, as we all know, delays happen, slow PS5 sales at the very beginning, and then it was like gangbusters when everything like got released out, right? And
then, was it slow, or is it just because there was no PlayStation 5?
Yeah. Well, it was hard to get at the very beginning, right?
Fucking scalpers.
However, when Sandstorm finally caught up on their development after the pandemic challenges that they faced in development, the game, they still committed to the PSN release for free downloads, and so originally they were projecting a 50 to 100K download during their run on the PSN network. Well, unfortunately, they ended up hitting 4 million units downloaded in that time frame, which absolutely crippled the studio from their budgetary perspective. And
it's a risky run.
It's a hit for indie developer. One of the things that I'm kind of disappointed with, and why I still will refuse to give PlayStation any of my money at this point, is the fact that they didn't work with a developer that was releasing an exclusive game for them and not reading the market. Because there was no games that were released at the very beginning of the PS5. So Sandstorm was one of the very first, outside of Spider-Man, Miles Morales. Sandstorm was the next one that was released and available.
Yeah.
So, it was just one of those.
Just basically hosed one of their studios.
And Sony should have been able to recognize and help out in that scenario. And it's completely BS that. I understand what happened and it's business, but at the same time, Sony has a relationship with these studios, and you need to be able to help out your studios, man. Especially when they're developing something exclusive for you.
It doesn't really sound like BS. It kind of sounds like on brand. So,
and that's why I don't give Sony my money right now.
Yeah, I mean, they got their pros and their cons. But you couldn't give Sony your money anyway because you still can't get a fucking PlayStation 5. So there it is. I mean, I don't know. Consoles are fucking weird. This whole pandemic's, granted, we're like not in the pandemic anymore, but goddamn, everything's just so fucked up still.
Yeah. And it's going to be for several years.
Fuck these scalpers.
Yeah.
Just scum of the earth. Scum of the fucking earth. I wish there was a hell for them.
Speaking of scum of the earth.
Oh, yeah. Which one?
We got another transition here. You're hitting those transitions well.
Segues?
That segue there. And that is the rumor mill that we're going to get advertisements in free-to-play games.
Fun.
Sony and Microsoft in the rumor mill are developing a program to deliver advertisements to free-to-play games. So your loading screens can be advertisements.
For Tide Pods or
oh no, come on.
Or get like Ziply Fiber.
I mean, there's two ways to look at this, right? One, hopefully it's only the free-to-play games. Like if it starts extending out to let's just say Game Pass games or PSN games, that is a big, I don't know if that's a good idea, especially when they're paid services.
It's gonna bleed into everything.
And then you talk about, released items, right? Like disc to release items that you pay full price for. As long as they don't start touching into that ecosystem, I think that'll be okay.
They will.
And so here's the other thing, though, and something that's interesting to think about that was kind of like an aha moment when I was going through this thought process.
Yeah.
What if they use the ad program to not have to do pay-to-win items or microtransactions?
Well,
so ad money would go to being more of that revenue-generating stream versus
that wouldn't change that in any way, shape, or form. No. So what you just described is,
or minimize it, I should say.
Okay, still, it doesn't matter. What you just described is, we're getting money, so we don't need money from this source anymore. When in reality, it's going to be like, we're getting money. Let's get more money. And then they're going to be like, you know what? We could probably put ads and other things. Let's get more money. That's how the world works. That's the system we live in. It's never going to be like, you know what? We're fine. We're good. We're awesome.
Everything is awesome.
Yeah, it's like we're going to pay $50 for a game, and you're going to pay $20 for an expansion pack. You're going to pay another, let's just say, couple of installments of like $10 or so for items or skins, some sort of cosmetics. Development time for a lot of those things is basically nothing, aside from like your creative team. And if they've already, generally they just reuse assets and put a fucking pattern on it, so it's easy money. They're never going to stop doing that shit. I mean, look at how Samsung has just like slowly just kind of like added ads into their TVs that you have paid full price for. It's the way that things are going. And it's going to get worse. I mean, we have streaming services that we pay for the no ads version of it, and we still get fucking ads. Before shit, like we got Paramount Plus because I wanted to watch Star Trek. Okay, and Holly wants to watch Drag Race. And fucking, we're just like, oh, this is nice.
Wait.
What?
Say that again. I got
what?
What did you get it for, and what did Holly want it for?
I got it for Star Trek.
Yeah,
I got Holly into Star Trek, which nice. She actually likes it, and I was just like, "Wow, really?
Right?
Awesome.
Okay,
great." And then she wanted it for RuPaul's Drag Race, which is a fantastic fucking show. And if you have not watched it, I highly recommend it.
Anyways, you can proceed now. Sorry, I had to pause you on that one.
No, it's fine. That's fine. We like a lot of things in this household. Okay, and like. It's just like, you're a show player for these 2 ads. And I'm like, what? Are you fucking kidding me? It's like Paramount Plus fucking ads for their shows that I don't want to watch. Like the Halo show. It's just like, I've heard enough. Stop trying to make Halo a thing. It's not going to happen. It's just,
it's on season 2.
No, it's not.
No, they're going to be doing a season 2.
Are they?
So I heard.
Are they like committing to it unlike Netflix does with all their shows?
I don't know.
That's another one.
We're
canceling Netflix because they've threatened us with ads, and we're just like, fuck this. You guys aren't good enough anyway. I'm gonna watch like half a season of Stranger Things once every 6 months. I don't care enough.
You know what? That's another transition.
Yes, go ahead.
People don't care enough about this game.
Oddworld?
No.
Which one?
Babylon's Fall.
Oh, yes. So this was something new to me. I didn't know anything about this, and
what a huge flop. I mean, and these are 2 big studios, right? Like they're not. It's not like this indie studio.
We have Square Enix.
Square Enix and Platinum Games released this game called Babylon's Fall, right? And by its cover, the game looks incredible. Like I'm like, yeah, that'd be kind of cool, right?
Incredible.
So I mean, just the idea, the way it reads, the way it shows, it looks pretty fun. It looks cool, right?
In all honesty, I read it and it kind of looked pretty generic.
Whatever. So
it did. I'm just saying it did.
So I mean, So, well, the way they build it is like it's a new conceptual like battle system and yada yada yada. Great. Okay, cool. Well, latest numbers. Average players per day. Get this. 8.
Yeah. And this thing came out in February 25th.
Yeah.
Of this year, not 10 years ago.
Yeah.
That's impressively bad.
That is the right statement. It is impressively bad.
I mean, achievement unlocked. Holy shit.
I mean, this game is paramountly worse than Avengers. I didn't think that was possible.
Avengers is only okay because it had the IPs.
Fair enough, but that game is garbage too. But we won't talk about that one.
We'll come to that one eventually, I'm sure.
Maybe.
They're bound to release something for it, and you're going to be like,
well,
guess who doesn't care still?
Actually,
the world.
we do actually have another topic to talk about later that will bring Avengers back around.
Okay.
Moving on to probably the game that I was so excited for when I was like, I pre-released this. I was like, yes, I can't wait. This shit's going to be awesome. I can't wait. This is exciting. I've always wanted Space Travel. What game am I talking about?
Do you want me to answer it?
Yeah.
Is it No Man's Sky?
Yes, No Man's Sky. No Man's Sky has released, believe it or not, it's their next free major release in Outlaws. And first and foremost, this game is freaking stellar now. Like it is actually quite.
It looks good now.
A marvelous game. It's come a long way. It's been a long time.
It took a while.
And I mean, it started getting really good around their 4th major release. They fixed a lot of things in their first couple of major releases that really kind of like took the game to the next level. But now on their 8th major release, and again, free, full on major release with massive new features. They got things like updated space combat. Now you can have what they're calling NPC squads, where you can have a squad base help.
Virtual friends simulator.
Yeah. So like in your space battles, you can have like I think of I go to things like Star Fox, where you have your friends that help you and so on and so forth.
Well, Star Fox mostly got in the way.
No, I get it. I guess what I'm getting at is you were able to command your NPCs to help.
Yeah.
And that's kind of for the time. Okay,
let's say you know what game actually did that was Rogue Squadron for the GameCube.
Yeah,
Rogue Squadron 2. Yeah. Okay, better example. Go.
So their 8th free major update, and I'll tell you, what's interesting?
What's that?
There's a bunch of people out there that are like, and it's really cool what they've been able to accomplish over the time of fixing the game and actually releasing amazing new features for no cost to the people who originally bought the game or anyone who bought the game. But now there's people who are saying, guys, like start charging us for DLC. You don't have to do free DLC anymore.
Do they not have like any microtransaction store where it's just like Guild Wars? Okay, I always talk about Guild Wars 2, but Guild Wars 2, like you just buy the game, but they have they got like a gem store that you just there's no like pay to win stuff, but it's just like, hey, pretty shit, and that's how they make their money.
Nope, no microtransactions.
Nothing. They got nothing.
Nothing.
Wow, that's weird. How are they staying in business?
I mean, I imagine, they likely have investments, and what they're doing now is likely building on a future title of whatever. So I imagine there is a two-way street with what they're doing right now, and I commend them. Like I think for what they've been to, like I said, for what they've accomplished, it's incredible, and it's by far,
I agree,
It is the swan song of rebirths of a really crappy release.
Yeah, I mean, in all honesty, I think we all kind of hoped for Cyberpunk to take that route, but I mean, it is slowly, but they really did kind of like set that roadmap of getting back goodwill.
Yeah.
Just gaining that back, slowly, but now it's Hello Games, right? That's the one. That's the
Hello Games. Like
Hello Games.
Hello Games.
Hello. Hello Games. Tuesday, isn't it? Oh,
I got that on video now.
Yeah, that's like as close as that's as British as I can do. Like any American, that's the only thing I can do. But yeah, they did a good job. They did a real good job. Yeah, I don't look at them in a poor light. Yeah. Now if they fuck something up in like a future release, because they're gonna make new games, I'm sure they're probably just trying to like build up all this shit. They're probably gonna do like a remaster of No Man's Sky, sell it for retail, get a decent amount of money, move on to the next shit. But I mean, I guess I don't know shit. I guess a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I think one of the things I could see them doing is releasing kind of like a special edition that has a new DLC pattern, or basically a whole new set of features that you can only get with this version. Like back in the day, like that was one of the things, right? Like,
oh yeah.
The first game that comes to my mind is the Star Wars RTS. What was that called again?
Galaxies.
No,
not that was the MMO.
Yeah.
Oh fuck! I remember going into Babbage's all the time and seeing that game and being like, "This looks so cool," and never playing it.
Or even StarCraft, right? StarCraft, and then there was Brood War, right?
Yeah,
and
you get certain units with each.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could see them doing that. And even if they don't, that's fine too. But even if they do, I think that's fine as well. Like, I think they've earned it. I think they've earned the right to have the opportunity to do that and expand on a game as a paid additional version.
Oh yeah, I'd say so. I mean, if I like a game, I feel like they're not gouging me at every fucking turn.
Yeah.
Like, again, Guild Wars. Instead, they don't have any sort of monthly subscription, so I just buy $15 a month like I would in WoW. In just their microtransaction shit. And it's just like, hey, look, I'm happy. They're getting money. I buy their full price expansions. It's easy. But
exactly.
Yeah. They can do something like that pretty easily.
Speaking of, this wasn't on our pre-meeting list and talking about expansions, but I did want to actually ask you about the latest announcement of the World of Warcraft. What is it, Dragons or whatever it is? Like, are you excited for that? I know you've been a WoW player historically, so I wanted to ask you.
Okay, so
what's your
to come back to Guild Wars 2 again, there's something that game does better than any other game I've ever played, and that's their mounts. Okay. WoW has a very different approach to mounts, where it's all just like, look, you're basically swimming in the sky and you go X speed. That's it. Mm-hmm. So they put out crazy mounts. It's just like, hey, you want to ride an elemental? You want to ride a dragon? You want to ride a carpet? Whatever. And that's how these two games are different. Guild Wars 2 mounts have very specific purposes, where it's just like, one is going to go fast and jump far. One is going to make you go faster over water. One's going to make you jump higher, X, Y, Z. And they're used for very specific situations.
Right.
This new WoW expansion, they're like completely ripping off Guild Wars 2 with their mounts. Like, they're changing mounts, and it's just like, it's literally, if you put the two videos together of the mounts working together, it's 1-to-1. But the WoW version is just shittier. And it's just like, why are you putting this into a game where that's not how mounts work in the first place? So unless they're just totally overhauling their entire mount system, which I fucking doubt that they will, I don't understand. I'm not excited about their expansion. It was kind of cool to see something that wasn't that doesn't look like it's a convoluted space laser type of story, where it's just like existence ending stakes. which is, I think, the thing that's kind of turned me off from WoW for a while now, where it's just like, oh, you just killed a bad guy. Guess what? Next level of bad guy. Guess what? Next level of bad guy. You're a god. Man, you're killing God. It's just like, Jesus Christ. I started in Elwyn Forest. Like, this doesn't, it's just nothing but borrowed power, gear treadmill, kind of a toxic community getting there. Like when you start getting into like the raiding scene and stuff like that. I'm not excited. They have a new class and a new race, and I was looking at it and I was just like, maybe I'll play it. I don't know, but I do not currently plan on doing it. So I think WoW's actually kind of run its course for me at this point. It's just, Blizzard in general. It's not just WoW. WoW has its problems, but just Blizzard's put a bad taste in my mouth. I don't have that kind of like pie in the sky where it's just like, oh, that Blizzard polish. Oh, it's a Blizzard game, anymore. Now I'm just kind of like, somebody was sexually harassed while this was happening. It's just not that shit wasn't happening before, but it's just like, or it only happens at Blizzard. But it's just,
yeah,
I don't know. It's just so like in the forefront of everything where I'm just kind of like,
feels dirty.
It does in like a certain way. It's just kind of like lost that luster, like all of their stuff, and it's just like,
you've lost that love and feeling.
Yeah, I really have. And it sucks because I still like now their stuff is kind of like, it's kind of like turned into like guilty pleasure territory sometimes, where it's just like, I kind of feel filthy for being like, I kind of want to try Diablo 3 again, and it's just like, just can't pull the trigger on anything, so I don't know. But that's how I feel about the new WoW expansion, where it's just like, yawn, who gives a shit, but I'm sure like Asmongold is going to be like 17 reaction videos to it or some bullshit. I hate that guy. Anyway.
Okay, so we're going to take a quick break on video specific game topics, and I want to talk about 3 Move Me announcements that we got.
You say move me announcements? Don't you dare edit that out.
Movie.
Yeah, okay.
Motion.
What's newbie at the movies?
Motion pictures. Go to the theater. You go to the theater, sir.
Fuck that, dude. I got HBO Max. I'm watching that shit at home. I'm not dealing with kids running around the fucking aisles.
Okay. 3 movies. I'm gonna say the 3 movies, and then we'll come back and go through each of them.
That sounds great.
First one, Streets of Rage.
Interesting. Let's talk about this right now. Go ahead.
Let's talk about it now.
No. Finish. What's the other 2?
No.
What's it? What are they?
So, Minecraft movie.
Okay.
Which I think is interesting. I don't know.
Could be. Yeah, I guess.
And It Takes Two. And there's a very interesting twist about who's making It Takes Two. But we'll come back to that. We'll start with Streets of Rage.
Streets of Rage. Put that fucking kangaroo in there or I'm not going to watch it.
And guess what? You know who's directing it?
No, I don't.
The John Wick director. As far as I'm aware, and take a peek while you're in there, you can probably click on his name and it'll come up in the pre-production side. But my understanding is this will be live action.
I mean, you have to do live action Streets of Rage,
right? So,
do you think they're gonna put the kangaroo in there?
I doubt. Well, I doubt.
Do you think they're gonna have that dude on rollerblades the whole time? Like the whole time, the whole fucking time.
I mean, that would be epic.
I'd watch that. I think that would be a fun movie to watch.
That'd be epic. I think if the director of John Wick is doing this, it's gonna be fun.
I think it'll be fun. Although the John Wick movies, if we can just depart for a second, have been going down in production value for long, ever since number 1. It's just like you struck gold with 1, and then it's just like number 2 is like, what? And then number 3 was just like, come on.
So I'll admit I'm only completed the first one so far.
Stop there. Do yourself a favor. Stop there.
No, I have the other two. I bought it as the trilogy box thing. So,
dude, like for real, it's like it's not good. It's really not. Like there's some scenes that are like okay, but like the world that they give you a glimpse of in John Wick 1 is not what they follow through with in number 2 and 3. They make it far more vast and dumb. Dumber than you can possibly imagine.
So are you basically figuratively saying that number 2 is a piece of poo and number 3 is like piss and poo?
Number 3 is a fucking slurry of shit and piss. It's just dumb. Like you'll okay, never mind. Just watch number 2, and I'd like to hear your thoughts on it because like there's a certain point in it where it's just like, is everybody an assassin? Literally, this entire city is an assassin. Every homeless person that I see is an assassin. This is so fucking stupid. And also, I want you to look at the value. You know those little gold coins that John beats the shit out of his basement floor to get out, and he's just like, oh, got all these like 17 coins or whatnot.
Yeah.
I would like you to discern the value of one of those coins for me after watching number 2. Because at one point it buys a car. Another point, it buys one drink at a bar. It's just like it's kind of like the Star Wars sequel trilogy for me, where it's just like maybe y'all should have just sat down and figured out a story in the universe before you just started doing everything. You know.
Well,
maybe about 20 minutes in the writer's room, maybe hash out some bullet points.
Hopefully Streets of Rage follows the pattern of it being a number 1. Right.
Yeah, sorry. I totally got way off base with that. But I just got a lot of beef with John Wick. Because like it's like I love Keanu Reeves. You know, there's the problem with those movies isn't the acting, it's stupid fucking writing. Stupid fucking writing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, anyway.
Speaking of stupid writing, Minecraft as a movie. I'm having a hard time. So I've played Minecraft Story, right?
There's a vague story there.
Yeah, but I'm having a hard time picturing it as a feature movie. Like I think of it could be good as a series.
As a series?
Like a series, like a television series or like a Netflix series, but as a feature movie, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's kind of, it's kind of about as much depth as the original Mario did. You know, right. It's just like, but there's, frankly, I think a little bit more to work off of with it because you can kind of it's basically like the Lego movie already kind of set the template for something like this. Because if you think about it, it's kind of the same idea.
That's fair. I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not outside of the realm of possibility that could be good.
Yeah. Okay. I'm with you. Now I'm kind of thinking about it now, and sure, I think I could be on board with that. But you know what's interesting?
It could be fun. Yeah.
You know who's rumored to be a part of this movie?
Chris Pratt.
No.
Oh, well, then I'm not going to see it.
Jason Momoa. Aquaman himself.
Why?
I don't know.
Okay, is it going to be Enderman?
That's the rumor.
Okay, well, he's not really a big selling point for me. So, it's like Jason Momoa. I'm like, who gives a shit?
But I'll tell you something that you might give a shit about.
Okay, what's that?
It Takes Two. Bets. It Takes Two being a movie.
That's already a movie. It's already a template. It's done. Just animate it. Put it. Add some more voiceover. Done.
Supposedly, it's going to be live action.
Interesting. Why though? It doesn't need to be live action.
It's like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. Like it's kind of weird. It's just like Honey or
Honey, we got divorced, so now you're hexed.
Mom and Dad, you guys aren't going to get divorced. I'm going to shrink you. What?
But you can't do live action with that because they're dolls in the first place in the game.
I get it. I don't know. But they're humans in the beginning of the game, and then they turn into dolls.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, okay, if you want to consider that like live action for like the first like 5 minutes and the last 10 minutes of the movie where they obviously, figure it out. Okay, sure. But
so the funny part about this is it's going to be Dwayne Johnson, The Rock's production company, making this movie. And
okay.
you know what'd be kind of funny? I think it'd be hilarious
if he does this.
If they decided to cast Vin Diesel.
Vin Diesel as like what character could he play?
The husband.
No, he could play like a button that just says button.
He could play the book. He could play the book.
I am book. I don't know. You should have Vin Diesel a lot. Oh, there's a joke there. There's a joke there. If you know your Hollywood rumors.
Yeah. That's the reason why I poked at that one. I thought it'd be kind of funny.
Yeah, you just knew I just couldn't handle it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I don't know. Whatever. The Rock's affable enough. He could be fun, but I don't know.
So these
ready
are
for some
three
new actors.
These are some three. Yeah. These are three interesting movies. I think the one that I'm most interested in seeing and hopefully it being something very fun to watch, and that would be Streets of Rage for sure.
I think Streets of Rage, because that game in itself is fucking bonkers.
Yeah,
like it's so stupid.
Have you played Streets of Rage 4? Like the recent one that came out?
No, I have not played that one. I've seen gameplay of it. Like I've watched like a little bit of a playthrough.
It's OG fun. Like it's literally OG fun. Yeah.
It looks good.
It is.
I just didn't. Is it even out on the Switch? It might be. It's one of those games that like was kind of like one of those. It's like the digital store, and they did like a limited collector's release on it.
Oh, okay. Yeah. The only I played it on the Xbox, and then I have it on my arcade system. So let's move on to one of probably our favorite IPs to play. Right.
Okay. Which one is that?
So not the game, but the property, Diablo.
Yeah.
But we're going to talk about Diablo Immortal.
Boo. Boo.
This game, man.
Actually, it looks all right.
This game, man, it's been a 2-year beta. 2-year beta.
My God, dude, when they released like the trailer for it at BlizzCon, I thought that game was going to come out like a month later, and it's been like fucking 4 years.
Well,
holy shit.
We got a release date.
Yeah.
Release is June 2nd.
Okay, I'll add it to my list of things I'm not going to download on my phone.
But maybe you don't have to download it on your phone.
Oh yeah, did they going to put it on? Are they just going to make it an expansion for Diablo 3?
No. So it's going to be releasing with a PC beta.
What?
I knew you were going to say that. So hold on a second. The best part about this is when I was looking at this and it's like PC beta, and I'm like, wait a minute, let me go back to that video from BlizzCon. And I was like,
this
yep.
will only be on phones.
I was like, yep, that is. And when they got the booze, they're like, what? You guys don't have phones?
Do you not all have phones? It's just like, good God, pick the dumbest thing to say to an audience at any given time.
Like, and now they're going to release a PC beta.
I'm probably not going to play it. Well, because it's just... it's that story that's supposed to bridge the gap between... Wasn't it supposed to bridge the gap between Diablo 2 and Diablo 3?
Yep.
It's not 3 and 4.
No, 2 and 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All the same classes.
Yep.
They do have some new skill sets though.
Yeah,
from what
I
I've
think
seen.
so. Yeah. And they had to do it. They had to do some things because of, mobile gameplay and such to make it a little bit easier to play.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But get this. Something that was newly announced that we didn't get during the announcement 2 years ago when they talked about this is
more than 2 years ago.
They're working on the ability for crossplay
between phones or consoles and
phones.
That's not unheard of these days.
No, it's not. But it was an interesting feature to be able to think now that so if they're doing a PC beta, that means you can play on your phone, like say if you're on the bus or on the train or whatever, and then when you come home later, you can play it on your computer. I mean, it's not a terrible idea. It's kind of weird, right? Because it was all about being a mobile game, but
I don't care enough to download it multiple times. I'm not going to be like, you know what? I need to play Diablo Immortal. But hold on, guys. I'm at the dentist office. Now I got to come home, and I just can't wait to play Diablo.
Isn't this supposed to be free to play?
I mean, it better be. It's probably one of those things where it's like, okay, well, now that you're doing it on PC, how's that going to work? Because, how general mobile games work, the free-to-play ones where it's just like, okay, cool. You died, you got to wait 20 minutes, watch an ad, or, purchase, this infinite life coin for only $99. Steal. I don't know. This game is just tainted. It's just scummy. It's like a demon child that was just born. Just they announced it and it was born and everybody was just like, well, there's something wrong with that. I don't like it whatsoever, and it's just, I've seen beta playthroughs of it. Like I was watching Mr. Llama SC's channel. He's just a Diablo dude. He just, anything Diablo, he's just like sticking his dick in it. But but like,
I got equipment. I got equipment over here, man.
You're fine. You can watch some shit. I was watching him play the beta of it, and I was just like, I mean, it just looks like Diablo 3.5. Where it's just like, okay, it's the exact same shit, like some new zones, and get that really deep Diablo lore about what happened between 2 and 3, and it's just like, guess what? Evil's not dead. Oh, and just some like new movesets. It's just like, I don't really see the big, why this needed to be, like a 6-year ordeal. Why you needed to just fucking take like the biggest PR hit, like it's like it's on the same level as like the sexual harassment claims as far as like game fans are concerned, because it was just like, holy shit, completely tone deaf, to what the player base actually wants. And then just like every single thing that came out of their mouths on the stage about it, it was just like, do you even like us? Type of thing.
I mean, you know what? I'm not going to fault company to make mistakes. Like everybody makes mistakes. I think the important thing here is, let's see what it looks like and see if they deliver, in my opinion.
Right. And there's something to that. However, I can fault them for mistakes like that at their own trade show with their people that have been putting this together for months and knew this was going to be a problem, or they were so far up their own ass that they couldn't see what their own fucking player base wants, which, that's totally possible because Activision Blizzard.
Okay, I mean, I appreciate your I appreciate your get off my lawn stance on the game. That's totally fine.
I'm a bit fired up about it.
A little bit of a curmudgeon. No, but
curmudgeon, you fucking kids,
get off my lawn.
Back in my day, we didn't have auction houses. You just had to get into trade chat.
Moving on.
I
want to plug a game right now, and I'm going to encourage everyone to check out this game because I think this has.
It does look pretty snazzy.
I think it could be.
To quote my uncle.
it could be like independent game of the year, to be honest with you. So this game,
okay, don't get ahead of yourself.
is called Selaco. Selaco.
Selaco.
And I'm going to describe this game as a Doom-like shooter because it's built on the original Doom engine.
Like original Doom engine, not like Doom 2016.
Right.
Yeah.
The original Doom engine. And it's like, so this is how I'd explain it, right? It's like Doom meets RoboCop in the style of Fallout.
Yeah, when I watched the trailer, because it's only trailers right now. There's no beta or anything like that. It's just kind of like, hey, we've announced the game.
Yeah, the demo comes out this June.
Yeah, it kind of reminded me a little bit of like a more active System Shock too. Did you play that one?
Yeah. The really cool thing is it's got destructive environments. It has targeting. It actually has it's crazy what they did with the original Doom engine and what they've sort of pumped out with this. It's quite incredible. It's impressive.
It kind of looked less like the original Doom engine and more like the original Quake engine, you know, because you had like look spring, mouse look, and all that stuff. So yeah, but they got a lot of Doom sound effects in there, which makes me happy. So I don't know. That's a cool little find you got there. I think I'm gonna check that one out. Actually,
it's actually quite sexy looking, and I'm actually quite excited. What I thought was also kind of funny is the release date that they have on there. The game will be fully released in 2255.
Okay. Isn't that the day? Isn't that the year that the gates of hell opened for Doom?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, I think it's a great callback. I mean, what they're doing with the game, I think, is impressive. You know, as long as the gameplay, you know, is there, I think it's an extremely impressive game.
I think it's kind of cool. They have like an intentional like FPS slowdown, so it makes it feel like it's a little more old school.
Yep.
You know, which that could be fun. Or it could be annoying. It depends on your tolerances for like stylization of games.
I actually don't like the really fast. So what's that game that I was just playing? Burn Down. I turned you onto that, or I told you about that game.
Oh yeah, it's not called Burn Down.
What is it called?
Burn Down? It's not Burn Down. Hold on. Hunt Down.
Hunt Down. Yes, thank you. Hunt Down.
Yes. Hunt Down.
And I'll be honest, the FPS bump in that game, you know, compared to other games, in certain cases it's kind of cool. In other cases, I don't like it so much. Because
what do you mean by the FPS bump? Like as being like a solid 60?
Yeah, it's a solid 60 comparative to some other, you know, pixel like games that, you know, generally lock at 30. I think
25 is what they lock at.
Is it 25? So
I think it is.
Locking that game at 60, it just felt in some cases weird to me. And it kind of threw me off. And I think a lot of it, and I think a lot of it had to do with it's just not something I was used to with that style of game. Because I guess I personally, and I don't know if anybody else does this, but like when I walk into a game, like I just unfortunately I get this mental picture of how it's going to feel, right? So for instance, when I'm playing Horizon Zero Dawn, I have a predetermined feel that I'm looking for in a game that has kind of that realistic textured graphic with sandbox typey kind of, you know.
Yeah, you're expecting it like you fall off you jump off like a 3-foot rock, you're gonna have like a kind of a stagger and then a move forward, stuff like that. Yeah.
But when you talk about playing like pixel art kind of games like this, right? Like, and this is not full pixel art, but when we talk about it being, if you think about it and you're billing it as like a Doom-like experience, I feel like if they had done it, and they're not, but if they had done it in like that, you know, that 60 range, like some of these other games are doing now, I feel like it would completely be off. Because the mental memory of the original games, for me, it's still there.
Yeah, but to be clear, the lower frame rate that they have is like on character animations. So like I'm reloading, so it's like a little like intentionally choppy, or like the character, the enemies you're killing it's like intentionally choppy, not like in a Doom 1 where it's just like we have 3 frames.
Stylistically,
yeah. But the rest of the game looks like it's running at, like let's just say 60 FPS, whatever your computer can handle, or system, So I don't know if that'll still throw you off, because like because we might be, I think we might be talking about like different things.
We are,
but yeah. Okay, yeah, well then, a conversation over.
Yeah, no, no. I mean, we are like
Done.
I mean, I guess it depends, right? Like if the character movement seems weird, I think. Look, I'll explain it this way, right? Like we talked about this before in the podcast, but things like the first division. Mm-hmm. And you had all these nice looking graphics. They didn't not like what they looked when they previewed it. But like when we actually got through this game, you had all these nice graphics, right? But then you would go into this alley and you would look at the ground, and like the papers and the newspapers, the stuff that all the stuff that they put on the ground to make it, seem like it's a lived in world, and it's not,
all the artifacts.
And the artifacts look like pieces of garbage, right? And that's
because
like,
they were.
That's well.
You got to think. You got to think outside of the box. If it's just garbage floating around,
no. So if it's, and I've talked about this, and I'm probably explaining it very poorly, but kind of that immersion breaking like difference there just feels off, and I just don't enjoy it. And that's to me, I think that's more of a personal preference than it is that it's truly a game breaking scenario.
Yeah, you're like that guy. You're like that one guy that's like looking around and you see like, oh, that's a reused asset. I can't do this.
Kind of.
Wow, they weren't going to draw a new pencil. Boycott.
Yeah, I mean, you might as well. I mean, or either that, or just turn it around and make it look different.
All right, these bullets look exactly the same. This is bullshit.
All right. Moving on, so there's this company that has been buying a lot of IPs lately.
Which one?
And it's not Microsoft, it's not Sony, and it's not Take-Two. It's this group called the Embracer Group, which is, who the fuck is the Embracer Group?
Well, they're just trying to make like one big embrace, a big hug of companies.
Oh, I see what you're doing there.
Yeah,
I see what you're doing.
Very punny. Yeah. No, that's not really a pun, is it?
No.
No.
But
again, I am stupid.
They have embraced a Gearbox.
Oh, they've hugged it. They've given it the hug of death.
And they spat out $1.3 billion to buy Gearbox. But guess what? So their newest endeavor, their newest purchase, is Eidos, Crystal Dynamics, Square Enix, Montreal, and all the assets that they own. So I'm going to name off some of these assets because there's a few biggies in here, man.
Okay.
I told you we were going to come back and talk about it, but Avengers. Avengers, Tomb Raider, which is a really good IP right now.
Sure, yeah. They did a good job with that.
Soul Reaver, we'll come back to that in a second.
Okay.
Deus Ex, we'll come back to that in a second.
We're going to come back to all of these.
Guardians of the Galaxy, a fantastic new IP by...
oddly enough, we're not going to come back to that one.
Square Enix Montreal. No, because we've talked about it already.
Yeah, fuck Guardians of the Galaxy.
No, fuck you.
No, fuck talking about it.
Oh, okay.
But also, fuck you.
No, fuck you.
Fuck you.
Go fuck yourself. In the hole.
I will.
Really hard.
Which one?
Both.
Okay. Wait. Peel or mouthful? What's the second hole? Obviously, number one is the butt. But, like, what's the second hole?
The one that you're talking out of right now.
Oh, yeah, sure. Yeah, whatever. Not a lot of pleasure comes out of that.
Oh, man. So, also, we talk about all of the Square Enix Go games, so like Lara Croft, Hitman Go, and then finally Thief. And one of the things that's interesting about the article that came out about this announcement is that Soul Reaver was a specific property that they called out as a, what do they call it? As an opportunity to, and, you know, really kind of highlighting it as something they're interested in doing.
Yeah, they want to, like, it sounds like they're going to be doing some shit with it, essentially.
Yeah, and I know we talked about this. You didn't really play the series. I've played the Legacy of Kain series. I played Soul Reaver, and I can't play it anymore because there's nothing that plays the old freaking games. And
oh, really? Not even an emulator?
Not very good. I actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So like, I can't even. It's really hard to emulate.
It was a PlayStation 1 game, wasn't it?
PlayStation 2.
PlayStation 2?
So hold on. So Soul Reaver was PlayStation 1, and Legacy of Kain was PlayStation 2.
Okay.
And they're kind of those games are, the assets from my understanding are really hard to emulate. It's actually one of those games that, you know, unless you have a really beefy system, it's really hard to play.
Really?
Yeah.
That's kind of weird.
But honestly, they freaking stole all these IPs. Like, let's be honest for a second here.
Well, how much did they buy them for?
So let's come back to this now. They bought Gearbox for $1.3 billion.
Yeah.
Right? And Gearbox is what? A few IPs? It's not a ton. It's not a ton.
Yeah.
They bought all of this IP from Eidos, Crystal Dynamics, Square Enix for $300 million.
Well, you know, aside from like Tomb Raider, they ain't really doing anything with a lot of these games lately.
Guardians of the Galaxy, Tomb Raider are probably the top two that.
Yeah, I keep on forgetting about the Marvel games. Yeah, but they aren't doing like gangbusters numbers either.
Guardians did really well.
I'm talking about the Avengers.
Oh, yeah, let's not talk about the Avengers.
Well, it's one of those, but that's like a huge money sink. Like whatever Guardians made, like
the Go games are also a pretty big moneymaker.
Yeah, all mobile games are kind of money makers at this point, right?
Yeah. So
I'm
I don't
assuming
know.
Go is mobile.
I think it's interesting. Embracer Group buying all these properties because Deus Ex also has two unfinished games that
I'd like to see more out of them. And Deus Ex.
Yeah.
That was
another call out in the article too, was Deus Ex.
Yeah, that was a fun series that I don't know. I didn't really like Human Revolution that much, to be honest with you. Like I kind of like was more of a fan of the original Deus Ex, but it was still a good game.
Was Human Revolution the first AAA, like not AAA, but first new generation Deus Ex?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty positive it was. Or am I thinking like that was the expansion? I don't know. I think Human Revolution was the
because there was
the first like
there's Revolution modern. And then there was Mankind Divided.
Yeah, I think Mankind Divided was the second game
of the new generation. Yeah,
of the new generation. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of.
One of the I liked the original a lot, but
it was groundbreaking. Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie though. I felt like Invisible War was very much a leap forward in their ability to create a really good balance between what they created with the first Deus Ex and adding new graphics, like, you know, beefing up the graphics to be less polygony and more, 3D.
Yeah, it was kind of at a weird time where it was just getting easier to do that. But it's just overall the Deus Ex series has been good.
Yeah.
And it just kind of sucks that it's just like it's one of those games that's just like it just kind of always falls by the wayside. You know?
I still go back and I played the first one regularly.
Yeah, I do not.
I bought it on Steam, and so like when I have downtime, like if I go on vacation, I bring my laptop, I'll boot it up on Steam, and when I'm bored at night, I'll play it in the dark when everybody's sleeping. And
too spooky.
No,
way too spooky.
You're spooky.
I'm not spooky.
with no
I should pick that up on Steam though.
With no light on your face, you're pretty spooky.
Oh, I keep on forgetting to put light on my face. Hold on. There we go.
It's spooky.
It's so bright.
It's so bright.
Hold on. I'm trying to find something else.
There you go. That's good.
Some of you might say, turn on a light. No.
Yeah. I'm just going to put a web page on.
No. How about gray swatches on Google search? Works for me.
All right. We're going to close this out with kind of a preview discussion-ish chat, if it will.
More chats.
More chat, mate. And June 12th, which is coming, pretty soon.
Pretty fast.
At 10 a.m. Pacific time, Xbox and Bethesda is going to put on their summer showcase.
Can't wait to be disappointed.
Wow.
Can't wait to hear about more delays.
I mean, on the contrary, like, Starfield's still coming out this year, and it's actually not that far away.
Is it though? Do you really think it's still going to come out this year?
All right. What's your prediction then? Are we going to get a big preview of Starfield during this showcase, or are we going to get a delay announcement?
Both. 100% both. They're gonna be like, here's how the game actually works. And then they're gonna be like, look for the beta in September, and then they're gonna be like, what?
You think so?
Yeah, I do.
I don't think
I do.
So. I think.
What do you think? They're gonna be like, and it's gonna be released in an hour like Nintendo does?
I think no. It's supposed to be released November 11th and November 11, 2022.
We'll see. I don't know. Bethesda's been pretty shitty about doing anything besides re-releasing Skyrim lately.
Okay, fair enough, but this is going to be their first major release since Phil Spencer and Microsoft have basically bought Bethesda.
Yeah, which means that there's probably a little bit more pressure on doing it right. So they might, I don't know. They might delay it a little bit more. We'll see. I mean, Bethesda does not have the greatest track record of just releasing shit that works. They get away with a lot more than other companies do, like CD Projekt Red, Hello Games, which I don't understand why people don't shit on them as much. But I guess they have with Fallout. What is it? 76? Fallout 76.
Which is supposedly we're going to get some sort of announcement on what they're changing in that too to make it better.
Does anybody play that game? Do you know anybody that plays that game?
Me personally, no, but I think the average players now are like, I think up to daily players of 20,000. It's not great, but
it's not. It's better than Babylon. Whatever it's called.
What is it? Babylon.
Babylon Falls.
Babylon has fallen.
Babylon Falls. Babylon 5.
Babylon's Fall has
Babylon
fallen.
Genshin Impact.
It fall down to 8. Average player rate of 8. So 20,000 is not.
It's better than that. I am actually surprised that they still are getting 20,000 people in 76. To be honest with you.
Yeah, I mean, it's they have done a lot to change the game, and they've improved it for sure. I haven't played it. I haven't played it recently.
Only way to go is up.
Fair enough. But I think so. First, let's stick to Bethesda first, and then we'll come back to Xbox. Sure. So Bethesda, we have Starfield. Do we see a Skyrim tease for Skyrim? Was it 6? Right?
Redguard. I think it's Redguard.
Yeah,
that's what it's called. It wouldn't surprise me if they had like a cinematic trailer. But I doubt that we'd see like actual gameplay. Well, I don't know. They might do like the whole thing where it's just like actual engine, gameplay. But I don't know. I'm not really sure what's going on with that game. Because is this like their new generation?
New engine
hardware. It's the new engine.
Yeah. So both Starfield and Skyrim Redguard is going to be in the new engine.
It's not Skyrim Redguard. It's Elder Scrolls 6. Skyrim is an area.
You're right. Elder Scrolls 6 Redguard.
Yeah. Just get it right, Chris. Come on.
Whatever. You know what? I'm gonna reel you in. You know what?
Stop it. Yeah, let's see. I don't know. I would be kind of surprised if they didn't show anything about Redguard in this. Because they've been teasing this thing for at least 8 years at this point. Like it feels that long. Like it feels like Cyberpunk long for Redguard.
I think that they haven't teased the actual game. There's been interviews about talking about it's coming.
No, they actually they showed going over mountains into Redguard.
Yeah, that was only 4 years ago.
That was like 8 years ago.
No.
Really?
Yeah. Like 4 or 5 years ago.
What the fuck? No, it wasn't.
Yeah, it was. You got COVID timeline right now.
No, I don't. Shut up. 2012. No, that's not right. That's not right at all.
That can't be right.
October 14th, 2013. Is that it? No, that can't be it. That's not it. That's the actual Redguard game. One of these days, guys, we're gonna do research before we do this stuff.
No, we won't.
One of these days, you're not going to hear clickety clackety of the keyboard being like, hold on a second, let me back up what I'm trying to say. When the hell was this thing?
2017.
No, okay, so 2014 was when the ESO came online. That's Elder Scrolls Online, which, okay, game. Okay. Oh, yeah, 2018. What the fuck? That was 2018?
So 2017, they announced that it was going to be announced.
It's like we're engaged to be engaged.
Yeah. So they were talking about it at one of the...
it was E3, I think.
Well, no. So they went past E3. It was during a fall conference, and Todd Howard was in an interview and saying, "Yeah, we're on it. It's coming. You'll hear something about it soon." And then it was the following E3 that they announced it with that video of the mountains.
Okay. Well, it's still been a very long time.
Sure. And they told us ahead of time that it was going to be a long time before it came out. Like they were.
Yeah, it's not like they were being like next year and it keeps on getting delayed. Yeah. But I don't know. I would again. I would be surprised if they didn't show some sort of footage from that at this point.
Yeah, I am kind of. I'm feeling that it may not get any light during this showcase. I think they wait until the fall showcase.
You think so?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if they're gonna try to show as much Starfield as possible, I mean that makes sense because we still don't even know what Starfield's about.
Right. Exactly. We haven't really seen any gameplay really. I mean,
yeah, I think they just showed like the inside of a starship, and that was basically it.
It's like yeah. I mean, they barely showed anything.
Yeah, it's like what's the story? What's going on? It just kind of looks like it's open world in space.
Yeah,
like kind of like Outer Wilds.
Yeah, I mean, I'm intrigued by it. I think the Bethesda portion of the showcase is going to largely consist of Starfield, and there is rumors that there's potentially a new IP, kind of like a smaller IP that they're working on that is like an offshoot in parallel with another Xbox studio. So we may hear something about that, or I don't know. But then I think if there's nothing else that they're going to talk about, it would be some of the changes that are coming to Fallout 76. And I am predicting, I'm going to go out on a limb on this one. I am predicting that they're going to do a remaster of the Vegas, Fallout Vegas.
Oh,
series.
New Vegas? That'd be kind of fun. But that's Obsidian Studios.
Yeah, but they have them. Like Microsoft has them.
Oh, they do. That's right, don't they?
Yeah. That's why when this whole thing came about, I was like, ooh, will they do that?
That was historically the best Fallout. Like rated as like the best of the... Granted, I didn't really play Fallout 1 or 2. Like I've tried to, and I was just like, well, I don't understand this. This is way too difficult for my, my thinking at this point. So
I think,
but as far as like the modern Fallout games, it's kind of fan favorite. So
I think getting a remaster of Fallout Vegas 1 and 2 would be a pretty big announcement.
I would really like to see a lot of like like Fallout 3, Fallout New Vegas in a modern engine. Not the Fallout 4 engine, which was just kind of like just barely better than the Fallout 3 one. It's just like maybe some particle effects are different, and that's about it. But like I would really love to see those games get like the Demon Souls remake, like that shit.
And
yes.
And here's my last bit of prediction for that game.
Okay.
It'll be on Unreal 5. We're going to continue to do bitch and moan and do it on video. I think we're gonna try and keep this going as much as possible on the video. Sure. So if you're listening to us on our podcast, thank you very much. And then feel free to, if you ever want to switch over to see our faces, and also during these videos I'll have inserts of any of the videos of the games that we're talking about and add some visuals to it. So if you don't think, if you want something that's more visual and you want to be entertained by our faces, go to check us out on Galaxy on galaxygametv.com. We'll post links for the videos and the podcast, and directly back to the YouTube channel. Thanks for listening to our most recent episode of Uneducated Gamers. You can go to Galaxy Game TV to post comments on each of our episodes, or if you have a question or a topic you would like us to include in an episode, feel free to leave a comment. Until next week, we bid you farewell.